Hi, I'm Rob Cram, and today we're taking another look at Anti-Zero's space-themed VR game, Captain Hardcore. So basically we're going to take a look at some of the options that are new since we last looked at the game and have a bit more of an in-depth look at the customization and what you can do with the characters. So some new stuff has been added since we last looked, including an animation feature in a kind of rudimentary form at the moment. But first of all, let's just look at the character customization. So two of these characters are my own custom characters, and if we click on a fresh character, we can just show you from the outset the basic customization that you can now do with the character. So here is kind of like the standard character that you can add. So looking closely now, if we go all the way back to the morphs first of all, let's just move that out of the way. So again, you've got body, change the scale, but then if you look at these, let me just get in the right position, you can see you've got all of these extra options that you can now change to give your character a different size. Let's make her slightly bigger in size. We'll give her a bit of a bigger stomach, and then obviously you've got more details for the face. If we move closer again, you can see now that you've got the shape of the head. Change things like the nose size. Whoops. I'm using the wrong character here. So you see they change the nose size. Change the height of the nose. Kind of standard stuff that you'll see in many editors, but you can sort of change a lot. There's so many different options here. You get the kind of point. Change the lashes length, you can see that there. So I won't go into too much detail, but then you've got things like hair, change the hairstyles. I mean, I think we've looked at this before. And then you can sort of change the colour how you see fit, which is quite cool. So that's kind of changed the look of the basic character quite significantly. So a lot of options here for you to mess around with, just to give you, I mean, you can do that if you like, if that's your thing. You get the point. Alright, let's just remove this character for now. So looking at the movement of the characters now, with this one here, you can now see there's 4 extra nodules that you can now move. So if I move this now, this will move the elbows, which is a new option. You can see that there, nicely working. So you can now do the chicken dance if you wanted to. And then again, you've got these same on the legs as well. You can pull these up and you can move the thighs or the knee joints. I mean, she's kind of fixed in position at the moment. I mean, I could raise her up like that and show you. Let's put her back down again. So if you're not into customization, then Anti-Zero has provided you with a whole heap of characters that you can add. So if we go into the menu, go add, you can see this huge list of characters that you can add. So let's just say Bunny Girl 2. Oh, I did earlier say that was my own creation. It's obviously not. This is based on this character here. floppy bunny ears, but you get the point. So what is cool now is that you can grab the character and place it on the objects. Didn't do that too well. I mean, I'm finding it easier to just do it this way first. Whoops. And then move her and put her down on the chair. It's a bit of a low chair. And then position as you see fit. Now obviously this game has got adult kind of connotations to it. I mean, I guess that's probably the main draw for most people playing this. So for example, let's just give you, I mean, she's rather tiny, this character here, and this one's rather huge. Not necessarily a good idea. Let's just go back. Let's rewind that a second. And we'll start with these characters. So firstly, let me just edit this one here. Look at the clothing, the bodysuit, and let's just change the colour. So they're kind of a bit more contrast between the two. She can be in white. So it's good that you're able to just sort of customize the colouring to your own specifications. Right, she's got lots of stockings on. Let's remove one of those. There you go. Right, that's better. This is a bit more contrast between these two characters. Not sure what's going on with her hand. So what you can do now, this is kind of some basic stuff here. Is you can put them together in various kind of scenes. Let's get rid of that spotlight. I'm not going to go too deeply on this because obviously this is for YouTube, and I'm not going to... just some friendly banter between these two characters. Now you can obviously change where they're looking at. They're currently set to looking at the camera. But so what you can do now is a new feature in terms of animation is you grab a part and then you can start recording. So I'll just do that simple movement. Right, so it's going to snap back. So you've got to bear in mind your starting position and then your end position. So if we now do the same with this one, whoops. You've got some basic kind of movement between the two characters. Now what you can do, and I'm going to go over here to demonstrate this now, is you can do it on individual parts. and you get the point. Currently you can't save these animations, but obviously that'll be an option in the future. So let's just go and enter the ship. That's kind of a basic overview of what you can do. So the ship has had some new props added to give it a bit more of a lived-in feel. You've got lots of extra items now, so it just feels a lot more realistic, a lot more lived in. So here's a quick guided tour of the ship. Lots of different rooms for you to create some scenes in these kind of areas, but unfortunately you can't save them as yet. I think that's going to be an option added in the future, so you can create individual scenes within different parts of the ship. But obviously if you think about this, the game is actually going to be a game at some point, so this is the basis of your kind of base of operations. So let's liven up this bar. So we'll add a character. Fortunately I've got the music muted, so I can't really hear, so their movements won't necessarily be in time with the music. Let's just do some quick recording. So what's good about it is, you know, you can just create a scene where the place feels a bit more lived in. I mean, let's try and get somebody on here to sit on this stool here. Just lift her up. Again, finding it easier to just do that first. There's probably a better way to do that, and place her on the stool. And if you want to be clever now, grab that toe. I mean, I could have done that better, but you get the idea. And then if you really want to add more, let's just go here. Stick Ali on the table. Move her across. Yeah, unfortunately I can't clip through these objects, unfortunately, so you can sort of make your own dance routine here. You can sort of animate her to move how you feel, as I've done with the other characters, or there's a preset of animations. Which you can then use. So already this club is kind of livened up somewhat, but you get the point. If you really want to sort of take it to the next level, let's come down here now, go back up to the area we was in before. I mean, there are some pre-made scenes in this room here which you can then load up. Firstly, I'm going to add a spotlight because it's a bit dark in here. Just to brighten that up there, that's better. We'll add a character, another one. So place her there. And then we'll add let's see if I can get the correct. you get the point. I'm not sure how you'd animate any head movements, but I mean, that's something you can do. Yeah. I think once more of these kind of points are added, you can then start experimenting more with different kind of actions. Okay, I think that gives you a good idea of the basics of Captain Hardcore. So support Anti-Zero. He's made a lot of good progress so far. And there's a bit of a learning curve in terms of getting things together, but it's nowhere near as in-depth as some other VR programs. And it's quite easy to sort of get something together with a bit of experimentation. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm Rob Cram. Thanks for watching.